Hello and welcome to ErfDragon.
Hello again, welcome to ErfDragon. In my previous video, I presented to you my version of Frankenstein's monster. It was produced in 2016, which is where my skill was at the time, so anatomy wasn't particularly perfect for me, but I go into details in that video. So if you want to check it out, be sure to click the link down below and have a look. Continuing on with that theme, this time round I'm going to be sharing with you my Warewolf 2016. Now, I've drawn Frankenstein numerous times over my career as an artist, but I've never drawn a werewolf, and this was actually my first attempt at actually doing this. So this was an interesting take because drawing people is one thing, and that's got a challenge of its own, but drawing people that are creatures, animals, dogs, cats, you name it, it's a lot harder to do, and this was definitely a big challenge for me to do it. Today's episode is going to be part one, where I'm going to just do some cleaning up some of the lines, making some of the aspects visible so I can make that painting much better, and adding some basic shading to most of the character. In the next episode, I'll be fine-tuning that a little bit more. As with the Frankenstein piece, I'm going to split this into separate videos. I've got three main ones, with the fourth one being the actual readjustments at some point. I do also need to advise you that while on this occasion, unlike the Frankenstein one, most of this was screen captured from the PC, but some aspects of it were captured by the phone. So do bear with some slight graininess as I was using a phone to record the screen directly. But you'll have to wait to episode 2 to find out. So without further ado, let's roll the video and I'll see you in a minute. Right, whether you're tuning in now or will be watching in a few minutes, I'll take this time to do the next part of my Halloween scene. As you can see, I've got the jack-o'-lantern up in the corner here. Got a little ghost here. Just down here, you can just about see the exorcist guy, and here is the gravestone of Carrie. So the next one I decided to do, as the title suggests, is a werewolf. So let me show you my werewolf. This is the guy that we're working with. I've never actually drawn a werewolf before, so this is kind of like the first time really doing it. So this is my inked in version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour him in, put some shading, and I'm going to fit him in the background of the scene. So here we go. First thing I need to do is get rid of this white. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this bit off of this because I'm going to redo that for the main poster. So I'm not going to use it for the main poster. I know I'm colouring the teeth brown, but there is a reason for that. To stay that way, it just makes it easy to spot him. Spot when I've missed something. But what I'm doing now, I'm just zooming in, because as you might have noticed when I was doing this, there was some areas where it wasn't, where some of the lines were not, it was going over the lines a bit, so I'm just removing that over the lines bit. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm actually going to get rid of some of these odd dots out of the way. The tidying up bit is always the most tedious part of any painting or digital art or whatever, because what I'm doing is basically making sure there's nothing on there that's going to look out of place and stuff like that when I do the colouring. Okay, so that's all the blemishes there. In fact, this next bit, now that I've got rid of the majority of it, I can get rid of some of the other bit. And look, I've just spotted that I don't have the rest of the brown. Okay, so now let's zoom in a bit. As I was mentioning before, try and remove some of that where I've got over the edges. Okay, so that's the base colour now of my werewolf. Okay, so this is where we're going to have a bit of fun now with the colouring. So let's start with the chest actually. You probably can't see the good shade at this point because it's a very subtle brown that I'm added onto this. It's not radically bright. You'll probably start seeing it coming through a bit now. Okay, now this time I'm using a brush called a Heron Fur brush. And we're going to start with the darkest possible colour, I think. Right, I think what I'm going to do is just finish up, because then at least that way I'll have the majority of the character coloured thing. I know you're saying I'm colouring in the teeth, but it's just easier to colour the whole thing and then put the layer on the white bit at the top, so that's why I'm doing the teeth as well. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there for now. Actually, I think I might be able to get away with this, but I need to still do a bit more work. I just want to do a bit more work on his face and a bit more work on the ears, but not got much further to go, I think. Well, thanks very much for watching, those who have. Do appreciate you coming along and watching the process on here. I do hope you found it enjoyable watching, and tune in tomorrow. I feel like it is starting to come along the way I want it. It's not perfect. I still need to work on my werewolf drawing, but I'm fairly happy with how it has come across so far. And once I finish the claws a bit more, finish up the ears, do a bit more work on this bit here, and a little bit of shading in the mouth, I think he's going to come along quite nicely and he's going to look really good in the picture. And until tomorrow or whenever I do it, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Well, that's part one finished. I hope you enjoyed the first segment of this particular piece and you're looking forward to seeing where I'm going to take it in the next video. Do be sure to make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification bell, as well as subscribe so you don't miss the next part, and obviously see the other two parts going forwards. You're more than welcome to support this channel by going to my buyacoffee.com link down below. No obligation, but any support will be appreciated. Lastly, I do have a bricks channel where I do most things brick related, usually Lego, but not necessarily, as you'll find out as we go along. I also have a vlog channel called ErfDragon on Holiday, where I do vlogs and also other events that might pop up as well. Do feel free to check that out if that's something of interest to you. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one, and I'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.